The family of Jungkook, one of the members of the boy group BTS that is very popular around the world, has just submitted evidence of footage that allegedly shows the idol's ill treatment during his military service. Not only did this shock the public, it also sparked a sharp reaction from the military, which is now in the spotlight amid this scandal. However, what exactly is happening behind these closed doors? And is Jungkook really a victim of a system that South Koreans consider sacred? When this news first came out, many people thought that this was just a rumor. How could someone with superstar status like Jungkook face mistreatment during his military service? However, the surprise came when Jungkook's family decided to take a serious legal step. By bringing audio and video evidence to the court, they presented what they called irrefutable evidence of the alleged verbal and physical abuse Jungkook received during his service. In the recordings, harsh voices are heard reproaching him. There are even allegations of bullying that took place directly at the training ground. The public was stunned. How could a globally respected idol, who has brought South Korea's name to the world stage, be treated so badly? Big questions began to arise. Is South Korea's military system really as clean as it has been claimed? Or is this just the tip of the iceberg of a larger problem within the institution that is considered a pillar of the country? On the other hand, the military did not remain silent. In an official statement released hours after the Jungkook family's report went viral, they strongly denied the allegations. We affirm that all members of the military are treated equally in accordance with applicable rules, without discrimination, a military spokesman said. However, this statement actually sparked public outrage who felt that there was an attempt to cover up the truth behind this case. The recorded evidence revealed by Jungkook's family was deemed too strong to ignore, and now the public is demanding clearer answers. One of the things that made the case even more controversial was the content of the recorded evidence presented to the court. In the footage, a voice allegedly belonging to one of Jungkook's military superiors is heard making derogatory comments. In fact, there are allegations that Jungkook was forced to perform tasks that were unnatural or did not comply with standard procedures. A number of netizens who claim to have seen the footage stated that this evidence was very clear and difficult to refute. "This is not just an idol issue. This is a humanitarian issue," wrote one comment that went viral on social media. "It didn't take long for fans of BTS, known as ARMY, to raise their voices." They called for justice for Jungkook and asked the authorities to thoroughly investigate the case. In fact, the hashtag Justice for Jungkook became trending on various social media platforms in just a matter of hours after this news emerged. However, not everyone supported the move taken by Jungkook's family. There are some who argue that bringing the matter into the public domain will only complicate the situation and could damage Jungkook's own reputation. However, does this really harm the idol? Or is this a bold step that must indeed be taken to uncover the truth? Not a few also feel that this case could open the eyes of many people to the reality that may have been hidden in the South Korean military system. Amid a growing wave of criticism, the military is now under tremendous pressure. They not only have to face the demands of the Jungkook family, but also have to maintain their credibility in the public eye. Some former members of the military even began to speak out, expressing similar experiences they had during the draft. Does this mean Jungkook's case is just one of many cases that never came to light? Or is there another motive behind Jungkook's family's decision to take the case to the law? Meanwhile, a number of legal and social observers in South Korea said that the case could be an important turning point in the history of conscription in the country. If these allegations prove true, then this could be one of the biggest scandals to ever shake South Korea's military institutions. However, if these allegations turn out to be unfounded, then the reputation of Jungkook and his family could be at great risk. One big question that continues to haunt the public is why Jungkook himself chose to remain silent in the midst of this storm. Was this a strategy to protect her, or was there pressure keeping her from speaking? Many speculations have sprung up, but until now Jungkook has not given an official statement regarding this case. This actually makes many people more curious and wait with tension for the next development. In the midst of this controversy, a number of figures from the South Korean entertainment world began to show their support for Jungkook. Some well-known celebrities expressed their sympathy through social media, while others chose to speak directly to the media. This support is certainly encouraging for Jungkook's fans, but it also adds pressure for the military to provide more in-depth clarification. The case seems far from over. The court is scheduled to begin processing evidence submitted by Jungkook's family in the next few weeks. Meanwhile, the military has also stated that it will conduct an internal investigation to investigate these allegations. However, will this investigation be completely transparent? Or will this just be another attempt to cover up the truth? Ultimately, the case is not just about Jungkook or his family. It is about the larger system and how it treats the individuals that are part of it. Will this be the beginning of major reforms in South Korea's military institutions? Or will this be one of those cases that just gets forgotten? The public is now waiting with anticipation, while the big questions continue to resonate in different corners of the world. As time went on, pressure on South Korea's military institutions grew. Many feel that the case is not just an individual matter, but a symbol of a larger problem within a system that is considered unshakable. Military experts and social analysts began to dissect this case, delving deeper into how the military has handled conscripts. In several interviews with former conscripts, it was revealed that cases of intimidation and violence in the military environment are not new. However, many of them choose silence for fear of consequences, both personally and professionally. This has led many to ask, has Jungkook actually become a voice for those who have not had the strength to speak? Meanwhile, reports emerged from several anonymous sources claiming that Jungkook had actually tried to report this ill treatment to the competent authorities in the military, but the reports were ignored. If this report is true, then this is a major blow to the military institution, which has been claimed to have strict procedures for dealing with cases of this kind. Does this mean that there are systematic attempts to cover up the case? Or is this just a clerical error that just so happens to end up in a situation that explodes media, both local and international, plays a huge role in magnifying this issue? Every new detail that appears instantly makes headlines, and the global community is following the case with great attention. Some media outlets even began comparing Jungkook's case to other military scandals that have occurred in various countries, highlighting how military institutions are often difficult to carry out. However, not all news is positive for Jungkook's family. Some conservative media outlets in South Korea have dismissed the Jungkook family's motives for taking the case to court. They called the move an attention-seeking tactic and said Jungkook's family does not respect the conscription system that has become part of South Korean culture. This criticism sparked social media heat, with Jungkook's supporters defending that this move is a form of courage to repair a broken system. Despite all this controversy, many people are beginning to worry about the psychological impact experienced by Jungkook. As an idol who has lived his life under the public spotlight since a young age, the pressure he experienced was certainly much greater compared to the average person. Now, with this case a major concern, the mental burden he bears is estimated.